If a zombie apocalypse was to come, keep the heck away from here. That's all I'm saying. Hey, and welcome to Cairo, Egypt. And today we're going to have a look at 2 or 3 things around town. We're just going to keep it simple. We are going to the Egyptian Museum, which is a must-do if you're in Cairo. So let's do it. This take for sure. By planes, buses, trains and cars. I'm heading from Dhaka to Dakar. Hi, I'm here at my accommodation in Cairo on the 5th floor of sort of an apartment building. There's so many amazing buildings in Cairo. I think they date back to the times where the French and the British were all around here. So I think early 1900s probably. And anyway, I wanted to show you this lift because this lift is bloody brilliant. They didn't put on the light. Here we are. There is a light in this. You can't see how awesome this lift is. It's really disappointing. How cool is this? This is so cool. That is like, there you go. That's what it looks like a bit. And look at the, and it rattles and hums a bit too. Just outside the building, and there's the building. Now, when we're talking Greater Cairo, we're talking something like 22, 23 million people, almost the population of Australia just in Cairo. And the population of Egypt itself is something like 93 to 95 million. So, it's a lot of people, and keep in mind that, you know, the vast majority of them live within a few kilometres of the Nile River, because the Nile gives life to Egypt. And as soon as you get outside the boundaries of the Nile, it just turns to desert. It's like there's a big line in the sand. It's unbelievable. So we're going to make our way down to Tahir Square. We're going to take the metro, and we're going to start with the Egyptian Museum. Cairo went through a period where it really was dominated by the colonial powers, and so many buildings that date back over 100 years even, and some that don't, obviously. I guess that's modern Cairo, because obviously we know that ancient Cairo, ancient Giza, was a different kettle of fish altogether. Okay folks, this is Tahir Square, one of the main central points in all of Cairo, and over that way is where we're going. If you can see that pinky building over there, that is the Egyptian Museum. Well folks, there's a bit of a security rigmarole to get in here, but here we are, and now we can enter the museum, and we'll see what we can see in there. 200 Egyptian pounds was the price. Let's do it. Folks, we are in. I know I have this thing about not liking museums, but there's just so much incredible history here that you can't miss it if you're in Cairo. You just can't. Visit the pyramids and forget everything else if you have to, which is pretty much what I'm doing. A few sarcophagi for you. Here's a sarcophagi from roughly about 2575 BC. So then you add on a good 2,000 years to that, so it's 4,500 years old, my friends. Hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics. Also known as hello hieroglyphics. No, my jokes will not get any better here in Egypt, that's for sure. This is one of 2 museums in the world with such an extensive collection of Egyptian history. The other one, of course, is the British National Museum in London, and they should probably give everything back, really. Just off to the sides, there's heaps of stuff that they haven't even put out. It's not a brilliantly organised museum. It's just like they had this building and they did their best to space out as well as they could all the stuff that was dug up and discovered here in Egypt. over the last century and a bit. This one's a bit smaller than the ones we saw yesterday. Some of these are just in excellent condition. I mean, yes, it is carved out of stone, but wow. These look like they've been partially restored. And this is the coffin lid of Akhenaten. Possibly the dude before Tutankhamun. Looks like this. I mean, it's pretty roomy. You know, you could probably keep your phone in there and install an entertainment system if you wanted. You guys are from Egypt?
No, Saudi Arabia.
This is video, yeah, so. You're from? Oh yeah, I just came from Jeddah.
Jeddah, you go to Jeddah?
Yeah, Jeddah.
Muslim?
No.
No. Nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Take care. Cheers. Definitely a thinker. With a giant hawk behind him, an eagle. This here is from Saqqara, just a little bit along from Giza. Wow. Amazing that this sort of painting and colour survives after thousands and thousands of years. Inside this cabinet, the invisible sarcophagus, which is, yes, one of the most famous sarcophaguses ever found, sarcophagi ever found in Egypt. The invisible sarcophagus. There are hundreds of sarcophagi here, hundreds. The zombie, if a zombie apocalypse was to come, keep the heck away from here, that's all I'm saying. Folks, this place is amazing. It's mind-blowing. There's so much history in here. There's so much to take in. It's an assault on the senses as well. There are tour groups left, right and centre. You feel like you're fighting to look at the important ones. Yeah. So anyway, that's the Egyptian Museum for you in Cairo. Let's head on and see something else, eh? Okay folks, by metro, the only way to get around Cairo, we've made our way to this amazing location, the Menial, or Menial maybe, Palace Museum. And we've got like 3 different spots to check out in here. So let's have a quick look and see what the royalty of Cairo back in the last century or two used to live like. Alrighty, McNighty, well, we're going to move it on up. And by up, I mean up to a high point to look over the city of Cairo and its 22 plus million inhabitants. We're getting there, folks. Step by step. Awesome trees in Cairo. Actually, awesome. Check it out. So apparently for this camera they want an extra 300 Egyptian pounds. It's crazy. Okay folks, to avoid a 1 hour wait, I've taken the express voucher, which is $3.75 in total, and I get a free drink. Am I lucky? There we go, let's get up there, hey? 300 they wanted on top of this if I wanted to take my Nikon. Compulsory masks apparently, and yeah, express pass.
حضرتك نازلين المطعم الأول شمال في شمال ازاي؟
شمال شمال.
Upstairs left, one floor up here cafe.
This one?
Okay, this way, go upstairs, one more.
One more.
This was the view.
كده من الباب
عدي يا أستاذة بس السكة لو سمحت.
تمام اتفضل
عدي السكة.
عدي اللي طالع معانا كده 4 عايزين ياخدوا
Well, my goodness me, I had no idea that it was sort of open. And look, the sun. We're just catching the very end of the sunset down over there. So that must be west. We're actually looking directly west right now over Cairo. And you can see the pollution, you can see the haze. And you can just get a little bit of golden sun as it goes down. And people are, I guess, paying for photos with a pharaoh, if that's your thing. It's an impressive spot, let's be honest here. And I guess this here would be the queue to go down. It's all a scam, folks. Here we are in the cafe. We're taking drinks away because we have to wait an hour to get into the cafe, which was the wait time anyway. It's crazy. We all got a bit rowdy, and they said we can have a takeaway and then catch the lift. So there's a group of us who wanted to redeem our vouchers, and they held the lift for us, which is like 10, 15 minutes. It's hilarious. And now we're waiting for someone to finish a coffee. Talk about a scam money trap, I tell you. I would really say, although the view is absolutely brilliant, don't bother. It's shaped like a lotus flower, by the way. It was sort of, I think, finished in about the 1960s. Hey folks, well, I'm at the Golden Arches. It's time for the Egyptian Big Mac Challenge. And let's see, we've got our fries, we've got our Coke, and in here, look, they have wrapped the Big Mac inside the box. That's special. I've got to be honest, that's a bit of a squash Big Mac. There's only one way to really know how it is. Well, it tastes like a Big Mac. It's okay. It's not on the top of the list, but it's okay. Big Mac Challenge. Tick. Well, howdy there. Once again, I'm back. Made it back alive It's after 9 o'clock here at my in my hotel room, and I've got to pack because tomorrow I'm heading to Luxor, down the Nile, on a train, anything but a bus, and that'll basically be the last stop in the Middle East. Then we'll be moving on to the next phase of Dhaka to Dakar. So anyway, did you notice I got a bit of a trim and a shave at a lovely little barber shop. A very kind man, very, very cheap, like I want to say just over $2 US for everything. Anywho, Cairo is hopefully, Cairo is, inshallah, everything going well tomorrow morning, pretty much done for this trip. And there is something about this city that, at times today, I could have, I could have happily not been in Cairo. Let me just say that. But there is something about it that there is a buzz. There is history, and not just the pyramids. There's amazing buildings. It's full on though. It's seriously the most full on place I think I've been this trip. And I've been through India and Pakistan. Just in terms of numbers of people, you can just, I was here 24 years ago now, and I don't remember it being nearly this busy. It's just insane. And every time you want to go to a touristy place like the Cairo Tower or the Egyptian Museum, that is, it's always a bit of a fight. Yeah, you're always challenged. And, challenge is not always a bad thing, as I am sure you're aware, Mr. Viewer Person 1. There's got to be better ways to organise things, folks. Anyway. Oh, it's time to row my train tomorrow. Sorry. And I need to pack and get ready for it. So thank you, as always, for joining me. Take care wherever you are in the world. May the journey never end.